Hi, I'm Rob Jupp, the CEO of the Brightstar Group, and I'm delighted to be able to share with you some of the things we do here at Brightstar to try and make our employees and all stakeholders happier. It's a really embarrassing fact to say that 20 years ago I couldn't have considered being honest about my own personal journey, living with poor mental health and specifically depression. But 5 or 6 years ago I decided to share my journey because I felt it would help others, and certainly internally I share my journey where it's appropriate and provide support for all colleagues and stakeholders. And also externally as well. It's amazing when someone in a senior position says, okay, it's okay not to be okay, and this is what I've got, and this is who I am. People really appreciate admitting one's natural vulnerability, if that's an appropriate term, because everyone is vulnerable. Everyone's got their own issues with their lives, and I think probably I'm just accepting that mine are a little bit more transparent, and I certainly don't thrive for personal perfection because I really just genuinely don't believe it exists ever. So we put staff wellbeing at the very centre of everything we do here within the group, within our portfolio of 4 companies. What have we done here? Well, we've done a lot of things. We've shared personal experiences. We've also created mental health first aiders a number of years ago. We share high points of World Mental Health Day. We work on staff wellness with coaching sessions. We have wellbeing rooms that staff can go and just take some time out. It's a very fast moving, quite challenging industry that my people are part of, and it's not always conducive naturally to good mental health, so we're aware of that, and we do absolutely everything we can to try and support all of our stakeholders as much as we're able to do. So we're a reasonably big business these days, and what I sometimes have people asking me is, how do you continue doing this as the business grows? Well, in some respects it's probably easier because the framework is so embedded within our culture of business. So from the moment someone first comes in to talk to us about a potential job role, we talk to them about the importance of good staff wellbeing, positive mental health, and making sure that people are happy within their working environment. One of the first things that happens within a staff induction when someone first arrives here as a new employee is we talk to them about the culture. We celebrate that people are giving all the support that they need whenever they need it, and it really is so visible and culpable. You can feel it. If you talk to any one of our people about it, they'll be able to share the same experience because it's embedded within our culture, and that's absolutely crucial. So we've had mental health first aiders here for over 3 years now, and we were deliberately open to ensure that everyone that wanted to apply for one of those roles could, and we've been as diverse as possible. So we've tried to create an environment which absolutely mirrors the environment of a modern diverse workplace and workforce. They've been really useful, and there's been numerous examples where members of our team have reached out to one of those, sometimes not even about themselves, about perhaps their children or their partner. We also have menopause champions here now, which is really important. Try and support women, suffering through poor mental health because of the menopause. and it's really, really important that those people are seen as being open, transparent, very reliable, confidential, and they all are. They do a brilliant job here. Yeah, as I mentioned in the previous answer, I think diversity is really, really important. There's no point having, for example, a really young workforce if your mental health first aiders are all of more senior years and vice versa. So we just try and understand, and it's not difficult to do, exactly what our business is about, and to make sure that we have the right amount of people from backgrounds, that there's always somebody there for you, whoever you are. I think it's really important that these guys talk together. They meet up at least every 2 months. They plan for World Mental Health Day with a number of really good innovative solutions. And what they also are doing regularly is meeting up to talk about changes, talk about if there's any new innovations on some therapy and some understandings that they probably haven't done. They role play regularly so that they can understand how to deal with certain things. So they're the sort of almost like triage therapists. They're the first step to understand a sort of a signposting process on what looks like best practice next. Yeah, I actually, I've certainly never lived in an age that has been more uncertain and more unpredictable. And I think where mental health has been under more of a challenge than right now. I think the pandemic certainly created a really unpleasant environment post-pandemic for people to come out of it. I think social media has played a fairly negative role in the main with people's mental health. So it's really important for us that we took stock of that, and we understood that things were moving rapidly. I think recently with the cost of living crisis, people's personal finances have been under attack. That's caused massive anxieties. So one of the things two things that we do regularly, when all of our staff have monthly coaching sessions, the first thing our Chief People Officer looks at is the mood tree, one of which is here. And that is not really an icebreaker, but asking our stakeholder, how do you feel at the moment? What best describes, which one of these animations best describes how you feel? And that very much leads on the conversation. Now, it might be that individual wants just to talk about professional stuff. Very, very unlikely that they will, but they might do. It might be that the whole session is to talk about issues with one of their children. And again, if it's appropriate to do that, because these are blockers. These are things that are creating an environment where that individual can't perform as well as they would want to within the workplace. So that's really important. We do annually also do a staff mood survey. So we charter mark that over the previous 12 months, and we have a running platform. So what we're trying to understand is are we moving in the right direction? Are the things we're doing still responsive and working really well? And what areas do we need to challenge, develop, and often as appropriate, change and choose an alternative route. So all those things are really important, and I do think, to repeat, this is a really challenging time to be alive. And I think we just need to understand that if we leave our stakeholders to the devices of the world as it is, it's a fairly frightening place for everyone. So, a little bit like our business and our sector, you have to always evolve, and you need to keep abreast with what's happening out there. And make sure that the culture of your business is the right culture, and that people's well-being remains absolutely centric. And as much as it's great to celebrate World Mental Health Day, it's really important to understand that it's not under your ESG credentials, something you do once a year, but you do every single day. It should be the living embodiment of your business. So I'm really completely certain that whilst I'm here and when I'm not here one day, that the culture of this business will be the same as it is right now. And not only is it about just supporting people with mental health, but a whole wellbeing suite is important, that we give support and guidance and assistance towards knowledge of diet, promoting decent exercise as well, because these are all things that evidence shows that positively impact moves towards more positive mental health. And finally, it's so important to partner up with the right charity. There's some wonderful charities out there that are working really hard to support people and families living with the HAL of poor mental health. And we're delighted to be working with, we think, one of the best, if not the best, in SANE UK. So thank you, SANE. Thank you for your support with our business, and we hope to continue supporting you for many years to come.